About Ralph Tresvant because he is a Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and former lead singer of the R&B group New Edition. Now his solo single, featuring former bandmate Johnny Gill, drops today. Hits the charts today. All right, take a listen to it.
I'm mine. I'm mine. I'm mine. Ooh, I'm mine. I'm mine. I'm mine. I'm mine. I'm mine. Ain't nobody else.
All right, yesterday I spoke with him about his new single called All Mine, New Edition, and just a little bit more. Take a listen. How's life in LA with
It's crazy. It's just like everywhere else, but you know, starting to kind of open up, and now it's closing all back down again, man.
Yeah. So you got to go back in the house.
Right. Back in the house again. Man.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. So your buddy Johnny Gill was here, and he was on my podcast right before the quarantine and everything happened. He was here. So you're number 2 from the group that's on my podcast, and you're going to be on TV as well. How about that?
I love it, man. Listen, better second than never.
You know what? No true words have been spoken. No true words have been spoken. So you got some fans all over the world, including in this building. They want to know if there's a New Edition reunion ever going to happen again.
Oh yeah, we're talking about it, man. Everybody's still close. We're still brothers, you know.
Right.
At the end of the day, we always make it through our differences, and there hasn't been that much. It's nothing that we haven't handled before. So I guarantee we'll do something soon.
Okay. Still got all the moves and everything? Still?
I sure hope so, man. Yeah, we still got it, man. You know, one of those things is that New Edition's been performing steadily throughout the years. So we still remember all the routines. We go in there and brush them up a little bit. Everybody's still fit, and everybody's still here, which is a blessing at the end of the day. So we can still pull it off.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's talk about your new music. You're a solo artist, but you're working with Johnny Gill on your latest project. This is not your first time being a solo artist, obviously, but your new song, All Mine.
Yeah, All Mine is dropping, man. It's coming down. It's featuring Johnny Gill, as a matter of fact. We just did a song called Perfect, which Johnny sang the lead on, and I was featured in his hook. So it did so well. We said, well, let's keep the magic going, man, and see if that combination worked one more time. So I'm doing the lead on this one, and he's featured in it, and he's doing his thing on it. Johnny's killing this record. Man.
You got any more coming up after this? Are we going to see some more Ralph Tresvant after this?
Absolutely. I'm in the studio finishing up the whole album so I can put it out. So hopefully sometime either late fall, in the winter, somewhere where I know it's going to make sense. But we're gonna really work this song and this single and get my voice back out there, and just get back on the scene properly. And then after that, drop the album. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. What's it like working with you and Johnny Gill? You worked on Johnny Gill's album, and you did a single. Now he's working on your album. You're doing a single. Now, at one point, Johnny Gill was in the group, and both you guys were, like, I guess, co-lead singers. I don't even know how you want to couch that, but you know what I'm saying. You were both strong personalities in the group, and now you're working together. How does that all work out? Because here in D.C., I'm kind of selfish with my spotlight. I'm just saying.
Well, me and Johnny are best friends. Ever since he got in the group, we became best friends, really close. And like you said, co-lead singer. I've been the lead singer of New Edition since its infancy, since we got on the scene. And the idea of New Edition was always to have like a Temptation feel where everybody came in and played a role as far as doing vocals. And for the early years, I had to carry a lot of that stuff on my own. Ricky and Bobby would come in and do a lot of things to offset that and give that Temptation-ish vibe, But for the most part, I held it all down. So when Johnny came in the group, it was during a time when the group was coming out of more of that bubblegum sound and wanted to grow up. I like him singing songs like Boys to Men that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis wrote. Can You Stand the Rain? He sung the main verses on there, and I came in on the B sections and the hooks. So it was one of those things, we merged our sound and our voices together. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they perfectly merged our voices and showed us and the public that combination works. So we're just continuing that, man, continuing that legacy and that sound. And, we want to keep that out there as much as possible. So when Johnny, this song, All Mine, was actually a song that was sent to Johnny for his project. And when he heard it, he said, it sounds like my brother Ralph, and he sent it. So he sent it to me, said, I want you to check out something and see if you like it. And I heard the song and immediately said, we got to cut that. So I ran over to his house, which is where we cut it, in his studio at his house, and knocked it out. We were there about 3 or 4 hours and left out of there. And we ended up putting that same kind of magic down. To me, that magic swirl of his voice and my voice seems to work when we do it right.
Yeah, two strong personalities, two strong singers. So it's magic when it does happen. All right, I'm going to have part 2 of my interview with Ralph Tresvant on Monday. And just a reminder, you can listen to my podcast, The Unconventional Wisdom, on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Audio Boom, or go to Fox 5's website and click on the podcast tab. So make sure you check it out Monday. I got some interesting stuff on Monday about Ralph Tresvant and acting.
Ooh.
You wait until you hear the story about him being Sam Cooke. It's a great story. All right,
I'm looking
Aaron,
forward to that wisdom. Great interview. And if you need an unconventional wisdom fix over the weekend, he does have an Instagram page dedicated to it. And again, he'll bring you the second part of that interview Monday. Well, right now we are